Hey listeners, I may not be the Kardashian, but did you miss me? Because I missed you. Speaking of the Kardashians, I find it so crazy how people still watch them, but I think their fan base, like when it comes to like the reality TV business, is slowly dying down. Um, Kim Kardashian recently started like kind of like vlogging on her TikTok, and I'm not gonna lie, I do be watching it a little bit because it's kind of interesting, but it's like more interesting than actually watching their show. If you've ever seen the Kardashians, it's not that interesting. I remember my mom used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That was kind of fun and interesting because it was before life got really hectic. You have moments before Kanye and after Kanye when she had her little like 3 month marriage. You have Chloe and Lamar. You have Bruce before Caitlyn actually, came into the picture, like stepped out of the shadows, all that stuff. Kylie before she looked like Kylie and became a mother. Just so many things. Scott, can we never, ever, ever forget about Scott whenever we're talking about the Kardashians? I know he's Scott Disick, but like, whatever. This is not a Kardashian based podcast, so or we're gonna move it along. Your girl has been quite a bit busy. I've been trying my hardest to stay on top of my schoolwork. Gotta get that education. I finished up my world religions class with an A. Hey, 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 hey. And now I am left with bio, which I am so struggling in, but I am finding a way to pass. I have until December to pass the class and to really have an understanding. You ever think like you got an understanding on something and then it's like next question, it's like, oh yeah, it's gone. Like I don't understand it at all. It's very hectic what's going on with my educational life because I really don't want spring semester to start and I have to retake science and math because if that's the case, I'm just not going to graduate next year spring and I'm just going to take math in spring and then retake science like next fall, which ideally is not what I want because it kind of sets me back. But we shall see what happens with that. But yeah, other than that, I'm going out of town this weekend. I'm going to Chicago, meeting up with my gal pals, and we're going out. We're having fun. We're supposed to be going out Friday night, which is all Halloween. And I do not celebrate Halloween, so I'm not doing a costume. I got a really cute, like, kind of leopard outfit that I plan on wearing. It's probably gonna be like balls cold in Chicago, but I'm gonna pack a jacket, but I will do anything for a good outfit. Like, don't get me wrong, a girl's gonna be cold, and I'm gonna complain about the cold because you know what they say, a hoe never gets cold. And trust and believe, I complain about the cold, the heat, the sweat, the humidity, anything that just, I'm gonna complain about it. So trust me, ain't no hoes over here. At least not with me. But yeah, see how that goes. I'm really excited. We're also going to my friend's ball, the Marine Corps ball. So that's really exciting. This is my first time doing something like this. So I'm really excited to have my dress picked out. I have my shoes. I'm getting my hair done on Thursday. I got all my accessories for the most part. I didn't get the purse that I wanted, but I kind of waited to the last minute because I was really like, well, what is the dress gonna look like? And the clutch that I ordered doesn't match the shade of the dress that I'm wearing. So it's like you cannot go. So I'm just gonna bring my fanny pack. And you're thinking a fanny pack to a ball? Listen, I'm not gonna be wearing the fanny pack like it's a part of my outfit. I just need the fanny pack to be. I just the fanny pack was originally bought to hold my camera and all my other accessories from whenever I'm recording or vlogging. And it's just really convenient. And that's what I need at this moment, convenience. And I need something to hold my camera. I need something to hold a light so we can take some really good photos. I have my SD cards. I still need to clean them off. So hopefully come Thursday, I wipe them clean. So that way over the weekend, we have enough time to just take as many pictures as we want. And I don't really have to worry about like, oh, the SD card is full. Because if it gets full, we're just SOL at that moment and you're going to have to resort to your cellular device. but I like taking pictures on my camera. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm so excited. I'm really excited. Even though we like we're just together in September, it's just so like refreshing to know that I get to be with my friends again, even if it's not all of them. It's still nice to be with them because I feel like, oh my god, I hate when they do this. Like they'll be in the group chat and they be like reminiscing on like the times, and whether we were all a part of it, select individuals, it just reminds me of just how lucky I am to have the group of friends that I have, because I really do love and adore them, and I couldn't imagine another group of friends to have on like them. I don't think it's because we relate to each other because of our professions and what we may or may not do. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's just a personality thing. I honestly have nothing bad at this moment to say about any of my friends. I think collectively, individually, they're really good people and I adore them. So the fact that, we were able to get together in September and say hi, whether it was just really like a hi bye or a hi and like stay for a couple of days, it was really nice. So to do that again in November, technically October, November, because I'll be there Friday, that's really nice. And I hold it near and dear to my heart, and I pray and hope that our friendship never ever leaves us. I think this friend group that I'm a part of has to be like one of the best friend groups I've ever been a part of. But when I really think about it, I've never well, actually, that's a lie. I've had other friends groups. I had another friend group before them, but that friend group was kind of like a little toxic, and I actually don't talk to any of the individuals in that group at all. I don't think any of us really talk to each other. And before that, it was just high school, and we don't divulge in high school. And I didn't really have a clique in middle school. I think most of the people I talked to in middle school, I talked to in high school. So it's not really anything like that. And who even remembers elementary school? I don't. I don't. So beyond that, yeah, I think I'm just so excited to see them. It's just the gals. None of the guys will be joining us of the group, so it's just the gals. Sucks. So that'll be so cool. I wish we could do more things, but I know November is coming up very fast, and I know it's gonna get hectic because I know my schedule's gonna get hectic. Like I go out, I'm flying out this weekend, and then I come back, and like you have the holidays, Veteran Day, and Thanksgiving. I'll be back in Florida for Thanksgiving, so I don't know what my voice is doing right there. So that's quite something, and then I'll be back home, not Florida, back home up here north, for the holiday season. Should plans change, and I have to take a flight or a drive to somewhere else for the holiday season, I will not mind it at all. My Christmas tree is already up. I like when I get the mixed reaction of like, it's still October. I know. I don't celebrate Halloween. What do I could have put it up October 1st. I didn't put it up October 1st. I waited till like the last week. The Saturday that just passed is when I put up my tree. Actually, I put it up on the Sunday, and I put it up on that Sunday because when I was sitting on my phone and I was looking at Snapchat showed me a memory of that same date last year, and I put up my tree. So I was like, I'm going to put up my tree. So I only put up my tree. I didn't put any of my ornaments and all my other decorations up. I just put up my tree, and she has been plugged in ever since, and I love it. And I just feel like this immediate serotonin, happiness, whatever you want to call it, endorphins and isms, that just envelops me, and I love it. I love it. So I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what anybody's got to say about me putting up my Christmas tree in October. And it is. And it is. It wasn't up all of October. It wasn't up. It was up for like the last week of October, which really all anybody care about is Halloween, and I don't care about Halloween. See, you see what I mean? I'm being somewhat respectful. You ain't cussing out Walmart for having Christmas decorations. Don't be hooting and hollering at Diavion for putting up her tree. Okay. Plus, you don't even live here. Your opinion is irrelevant. But that's not, relevant at this time. Let's get on with the show. So I have recently been binge watching on Paramount Plus, And I kind of forgot that I had Paramount Plus because I do not have Paramount Plus. My friend has Paramount Plus, and she so graciously allows me to use her Paramount Plus because she does not use it as much. And I was like, I'll take it. There's a lot of good shows and stuff that's on there. Like if I could have a subscription to like every single streaming service, but not pay for all of them, like onesie twosies and then all that stuff, like I would be completely fine with that. Like I was looking at my Disney Plus subscription because I wanted to download something, and I remember you used to be able to download episodes and movies on Disney Plus, but now you need Disney Plus Premium. I have the basic with ads because I do not care. I do not have a big fuss about ads. That's $9.99 a month, right? The premium one where you could download and it's without ads and all that extra stuff, I don't really care of like the without ads, but like it's premium and I think it's like 4K. That one is $18.99 a month, and it's like that's a very significant jump. Why couldn't we go from like $9.99 to $12.99? I think $12.99 I would have been like meh 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 and like called it a day, but to go from $9.99 to $18.99 is like highway robbery. And then Disney Plus has a bundle where you could do Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max. All three subscriptions that I have, all three subscriptions that I actually pay for. Like I just said, my Disney Plus is $9.99, HBO Max is $9.99 as well, and my Hulu, I have the student discount since I'm a college student, so that's like $2.99, $1.99, somewhere like that. And I was just like, it's so stupid because I was like, why can't I? They have a Disney and Hulu bundle, and I'm like, can't I just do like a Disney and HBO Max bundle? Because I'm okay with, bundling those two. But my Hulu is set in stone. I pay a certain rate that I really like for my Hulu. I'm not willing to change it, and it's like, yeah, you can't change it because Disney Plus doesn't offer a student discount. HBO Max, I don't think they offer a student discount. Not to my knowledge. I don't think they offer a student discount. I'll look into it, but I don't think they offer a student discount. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna change up. And like looking at the price of it, like the bundle, I guess it is somewhat cheaper if you bundle it, but it's like, is it really? If I'm paying like a discounted rate already for my Hulu, and if I combine the three, I have to pay it at regular price. I'm really not getting a deal though. Not really, if you think about it. So I was just like, you know what? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. It was just for my flight on Thursday, so I had something to watch. Like I could just download it on my tablet. But I was like, you know what? I don't even care. Maybe I'll go on Netflix and download something from Netflix. See what Netflix got going on. Because I've been hearing some good things about some shows on Netflix, like Monster, the Ed Gein story. I have yet to watch it. I've heard some good performance reviews from it. The Perfect Neighbor has been popping up on my For You page. Bridgerton announced when their new seasons are coming out, which is this upcoming January 2026. That'll be part one, and I think part two is in February. I think that's how it went. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about Netflix. They have a lot of shows coming back. Same thing for Prime. If you ever watch this good old show called Maxton Hall, it gives this English vibe. That's why I really like it. I fancy England a lot. I fancy the accent and certain things of their culture. I kind of like it a lot. But if you ever find yourself on that side of Amazon, Maxton Hall is a really good show, and they're coming out with season 2. I believe it comes out sometime in October. It might already be out because I've been on Paramount Plus. I haven't really been on Prime like that. Has Been Hotels coming back. It's definitely rated. So if you don't like rated cartoon adult shows, it's not for you. I find it hilarious. It was really good. If you haven't, that's also on Prime. Season 1, all episodes. Check them out before you watch season 2. I think that's it for Prime and Netflix that I have so far. Hulu. I'm rocking with my High Potential, which by the way pissed me off. I don't think it was today. It might have been today because they were like, oh, the rest of the season 2 is pardon. They were like, the rest of season 2 is coming in January, and I immediately went to the comments because I'm like, January. And even people in the comments were flabbergasted. They're like, aren't we in October? And it's like, no, seriously, you just came back and we're already on a hiatus. What's going on? Like last time I checked, shows still drop episodes in November and December. Like, or you could at least like drop some more episodes in November, and then like December, it's like and then you come back in January. That's completely freaking fine. But to stop episodes in October, like it literally, not figuratively, it literally just came back. There's probably like about like 5 episodes. I didn't even watch the episode that came out this week, so it's like horrendous that they're doing that, because I'm just like, that makes no sense. Other than that, I don't think anything else on Hulu has caught my eye. Only Murders in the Building. I think I'm missing an episode. Am I missing an episode? Yeah, I think I'm missing an episode, and I need to catch up on it because I don't believe I watched it. I probably did watch it because Monday at this rate seems so far away. You know what? I did not watch it. I've been coming home, and I've been quite a bit busy and productive, so I have not watched it. I've been on Paramount Plus. So now that I've gone through Netflix, Prime, Max, all that other good stuff. Paramount Plus has some really good shows. I kept seeing commercials or ads. I guess people call them commercial ads. They're all the same thing. Advertisements. For this show on CBS called Surf Country. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Surf Country. And it's really good. I like it. It stars Marina Barciana. I can't say her name, but she was in Gotham. She was in Gotham. If you remember the show Gotham, she was in Gotham, and she played Dr. Leslie Tompkins. I think that's her name. She played that. It's a really, really good show. New episodes only come out on Saturday though, and it's just like, ugh. So right now they're sitting at 2 episodes, and I haven't watched the second episode, but I did watch the pilot. I'm hooked. Honestly, I forgot it was only 1 episode. That's how good it was. I felt like I was like 2 episodes in, but I was only 1 episode in. And because I watched Surf Country is like somewhat low key a spinoff from Fire Country, so I checked that out. I got through season 1 of the show, and all I have to say is I hate a girl who is like a pick me, whining type of girl, because that's what one of the characters, I think her name is Daniela, that's what she's like. And it's like, girl, please, like, dude is incarcerated and he trying to do better for himself, for his family, and she's just like, I could be dating somebody who's not incarcerated. And it's like, I want to know who the hell is stopping you? It just bothers me. Like when things like that happens, it's like, can we like get back to reality? And I think that's why sometimes I'm difficult to deal with, because of that. But it just wasn't it for me. So I watched all of season 1. I said I'm gonna get through the first season and then find my way after that. I haven't watched season 2. They have 4 seasons. Season 4 just came out earlier in this October, so they have 2 episodes out there right now, but I have yet to get there. I will say, if you watch the first episode, I think it's kind of like but the more you get into it, it's actually a really good show, and I do like it. I do plan on going back to it. I just need a break from that girl. I need a break. See that? Free will. See how we're living in reality? If I wanted to do something, I'm gonna do it. I need a break from her. If I don't want to date an incarcerated man, I'm not gonna date an incarcerated man. That's what she needs to learn. I know it's, somewhat fiction or whatever, but it's like, it's annoying. That's what it is. Anyways, Matlock returned back to CBS. Also, episodes streaming on Paramount Plus. New episodes every Friday. So I know you know what I will be watching. I already started watching season 2. It started back up at the beginning of October. I haven't fully watched the second episode, but they have 3 episodes out right now for season 2. If you don't love Kathy Bates, get off my podcast. What are you doing here? Like, she's like, I love Kathy Bates. Like, I think she's just the best thing since sliced bread. And if anybody wants to argue with me, they are more than welcome to. they're gonna get punt kicked because I truthfully believe nobody could beat me. And then I also started watching this show called Tracker. They have 3 seasons. I got through season 1 and I freaking loved it. Got through season 2 and I was just like, give me more. And now I'm on season 3, and I've already watched the 2 episodes that they released. Again, new episodes just started streaming again in October. So it's like, maybe like CBS won't be like Hulu, or I think it's ABC that High Potential airs on. Maybe they won't be like them and be like, hey, we're gonna stop producing episodes until you know January or some bull. Like let's make it to Thanksgiving. They drop an episode and then they don't drop something for like the week of Thanksgiving. Fine, and then they drop like maybe like 1, 2. It's usually like 1 episode in December, and then they somehow come back like kind of towards the end of January, beginning of February, somewhere around there. Let's do that. Vice's not doing anything at all. But Tracker's a good show. It stars the guy who was in This Is Me. I never really got into the whole This Is Me thing. I heard it was a good show. I seen a couple things. I know it had like Sterling K. Brown and Mandy Moore and some other people names that I can't remember because I'm not that good. I'm an amateur podcaster, guys. This isn't Rotten Tomatoes. You're not going to find well lit reviews and in depth explanations because, one, I don't review everything and anything, because if it's like horror, it's like, get that out of here. I don't do anime. There's levels to the reviews for Fuse, guys. So don't be expecting too much. If you are, I'm not sorry, because it's in the description that I'm an amateur. I don't know what you thought you was gonna get. This ain't the Rotten Tomatoes. But it stars Justin Hartley. You also have Fiona Renee, Abby McNay, and Eric Grays. Fiona Renee, I saw her face before when I was watching Fire Country. She's also in that show. And I remember I recognized her face. In Tracker, her name is Rainey. In Fire Country, I don't remember what her name was. I want to say it starts with an A, but I remembered her from The Lincoln Lawyer, Gloria Dayton, aka Glory Days. And I was just like, that's so cool. But I found it really cool because it's like I started watching The Lincoln Lawyer back in like August, September. Really good show. And then I started watching Fire Country, and she happened to be in that show as well. A really good character arc. I wouldn't say her character arc in why is my throat so dry? I wouldn't say her character arc in Fire Country is that well compared to the Lincoln Lawyer. I think in Lincoln Lawyer there's layers to it. In Fire Country, not so much. In Tracker, I love it. It's definitely given main character energy. It's a really good show. You should 1,000% check it out. Paramount Plus has a lot of good shows going on, but I can't watch just anything and everything because then I'm gonna just get caught up. That's why I finished Fire Country and then I went into Tracker. Now technically I'm done with Tracker till a new episode comes out. So it's like I could go back to Fire Country, but if I go back to Fire Country, I'm not gonna continue Tracker because I'm gonna want to finish at least that season before I move on to something else. So it's a lot. It's how my brain processes stuff, but that's nor here nor there. So many good shows are. Why is my throat betraying me? I don't even have a drink or anything around here. Let me see if I have something real quick. I'm taking off the headphones, guys, but I'm still here. I'm still present. Don't forget about me. Oh, there's nothing in here. Honey, I'm not getting up. Anyways, I got up just to sit back down. Anyways, yeah, Paramount Plus actually has some really good things. And I think because a lot of the shows that I named for Paramount Plus are CBS based, and CBS has a good thing going. You got The Equalizer, you got NCIS, all the different NCIS. Tony and Ziva, I really want to watch that, but I haven't divulged into it because I love NCIS. I love Gibbs. I love NCIS. And I definitely love Tony and Ziva's relationship, their banter, how they were. I definitely loved it. I will check it out before this year's over. But yeah, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on. Paramount Plus for me. Yeah, my throat is really betraying me at this moment. We're gonna take a pause real quick because I can't keep coughing. I'm back and I'm better. All right, I had me a ginger ale on the side. I just had to go hunt for it to soothe my throat. I think because my air filter in my bedroom needs to be replaced. My new filter is supposed to arrive Thursday. As soon as it arrives, I'm gonna replace it. I think that's the issue. I could swap my air filter in the living room for my bedroom, but that's like I already ordered new filters. I been knew I needed new filters, but like it never went off. It literally stopped this morning. So I was like, that's so crazy because like for the past 2 weeks I've been thinking, I wonder when I need to change the filter. Even though literally on the app it like tells you you could check the percentage. My girl at 0. I can't wait to take it apart and see what my filter has caught. So that will be very interesting to see. Anyways, before I wrap up today's episode, can I tell you guys my secret? It's not really a secret. Hamilton has a hold on me, guys. I be in the car listening to Hamilton. I watch it this week? I think I watched it Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. But like I was it Sunday? It might have been Sunday. I watched Hamilton, but it's just oh my god, it's just so much, guys, so much. But seriously, before I wrap up today's episode, one final last thing I want to say is please keep my family in your prayers. One of my dear aunts recently passed away, and the funeral is this weekend. And unfortunately, yours truly is not able to make it. Since I was home already in October, I can't just request days off like that. And my trip to Chicago was already planned in advance. So unfortunately, I would not be by my family's side as they lay my aunt to rest. And as much as that hurts my heart, I want to say it offers me like some type of clarity that I'm not there because I don't have to physically be there to remember my aunt, to, reminisce on whatever it may be, to honor her. I don't have to physically be there. I wish I was there just so I could be there for my family, for my other aunts, for my moms, for my cousins because they lost their mother, just be a family. Like that's what a family's supposed to do. I was really sad somewhat that I wasn't able to make it. Not all the way because it's like that's a lot of flying. Like I'm already doing a lot of flying technically because I flew to Florida at the beginning of the month. Now I'm flying to Chicago, and next month I'm flying back to Florida. It's just flights, 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 flights. It's a lot, but it's kind of bittersweet. I think that I'm not gonna be there because I think the hardest thing for me that have I have to learn, or that I've been learning with, is grief. I'm not good with grief. I don't know if I expected myself to be sadder because I'm not necessarily sad at my aunt's passing. Like on the surface level, I'm not sad. I think this time around my emotions are definitely hidden, but I think it's just I'm numb to the pain that grief causes. But I'm not, I don't want to be seen as ignorant or insensitive because I know my mom and my aunts, they lost their sister, and it hits them differently and things like that. But I think it's bittersweet that I'm not there because I think it would just make me really, 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 really sad. And seeing my aunt be buried, I think that would have completely shattered my heart just a little bit more than it already is shattered. It's a kind of banged up, bruised up heart that I have, but I love her nonetheless. It keeps me alive, despite the challenges it has faced these past like 4 or 5 years. It's been quite a roller coaster, but I continue to wake up and thank God and just strive for the best, hope for the best, do the best that I can. Sometimes I do it with a positive attitude. Sometimes I do it while complaining. Sometimes I do it with the But you have to make do with what you have. But I'm happy I don't have to be there because I think anytime I go home and I go to the grave site or whatever, seeing my grandmother, I don't think I could look at my grandmother's little headstone placard and not cry. Ask me again in like 5 years and see where I'm at. Same thing for my uncle. And I think my granddaddy, I'm okay with it because it's like as a kid, you know, thought, he was so lonely by himself. Like he had God, whatever. But he's so lonely. But when my uncle passed away, I was just like, he's reunited with his son. That's so bittersweet. They're buried right next to each other. And that's kind of how I look at it after, everybody passes away. And it's like you're not really leaving them, it's their homegoing, and you just have to honor and love them, and be a family. And I think that's what it's all about. And as sad as it is that I'm gonna be like out having fun while my family is kind of like shredded in sorrow, it does rub me the wrong way, but I know it's out of my control. So yeah. But not to end on a sad note, guys. There's a lot of good shows coming out this fall slash winter season. Check them out on Paramount Plus. You got some things on Netflix that are coming next year. I can't wait. Should we do a rundown of all the shows that came out this year and which ones like on top? Or because movies, I don't think I could do movies because I don't really do a lot of movies. I do a lot of streaming movies, but like movies that come out of movie theaters, unless there's like comes out super super fast. But I think I'm gonna start comprising a list of the shows that came out this year and where they rank in the top 26, because it is we're going into 2026. Top 26 shows of 2025. Can you believe the year is coming to a close? I feel like the year just started, but you know what? Good riddance. God bless, but good riddance, guys, because I gotta go. You know what I mean? I don't have time for this. As always, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Subscribe, say comment, say hi. I'll say hi back. I don't get notifications when people comment, but I promise, when I see it eventually, because I don't be checking my stats like that, but when I see it, I'll see it. My views have definitely plunged a little, because I have not been consistent with my episodes, but I'm to blame. And the state of like society with TVs and movies is also to blame, because some of it sucks. I'm not here to talk about boring stuff. Like I need to talk about things that has some type of worth and enticement, and a lot of things haven't. But your girl's getting her life back on track, and every time I say that, I always let you guys down like 3 episodes later. But I'm really getting back on track. But you also have to remember the holiday season's coming up, so a lot of episodes will not be coming out due to the holiday season. I don't work on the holidays, so I'm not gonna make an episode on the holidays. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving falls on a Thursday. There will not be an episode that Thursday. Please, don't be looking out for an episode like where she go again. If Veterans Day's on a Tuesday, so you're lucky. I'll record Wednesday and drop an episode Thursday, but don't be looking for nothing on Thanksgiving. Christmas is Wednesday this year, I think. I don't know. Wednesdays are recording days. That's kind of iffy, because you know what I mean. It's kind of. We'll see what happens. We shall see. That we shall see what happens. But always, 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 happy listening, y'all. Rainbows and sunshines and whatever